Alright, welcome in guys. So we are going to be doing some more content in Guild Wars 2. So last time we got a couple things done, few hearts. So if we open up our map, we got our assist farmer Ida with her orchard. We did an event which was here. We also did an event that was here that I haven't seen in a while. So that was kind of cool, as well as completing the heart. We have another heart down here that we're probably going to go and do next. Then we're going to come up here and grab these two in this vista. So basically we're going to do almost a round robin kind of thing. Because we're going to go here, probably going to have to go into the cave that's down here. We're going to come up and around and basically just try to get this whole area done before we start going over to this other area. Now the reason for that is because, as I said, I like to be efficient. And since they have another event here that is already starting, I'm just going to run back over here so that I don't have to worry about being stuck in the orchard, which honestly I guess we could do the event. It gives us additional experience as well as counts as an event for us, so might as well. Got some loot on that. These guys are coming out of nowhere. Looks like that guy's got that one. Basically I'm just gonna run around and just kill these real fast. As I said, we're trying to be efficient, and we did level. Nice. Yet again, I don't know what is going on with this. It's very odd. Normally that's not a problem, so I don't understand why it's acting that way now. But hey, it's okay. As I said, we're basically just going to get through as much as we can. And as I said, normally these episodes are only in like 30-minute increments, so they shouldn't be too long, so you guys should be able to enjoy them for the most part. Alright, completing events. Nice. Not too shabby. Oh, there's a big boy. There's a huge orchard spider. Oh man. So we're going to, smack the crap out of him. That's cool. Gonna cause some fire. Go. Oh man. So this is actually, I think, considered a heroic enemy. I can't remember some of the names for like the things about around the nameplates, but like if there's none, it's just a normal enemy, and then it advances from there. Let's see, what do we get? We found a rifle. Nice. Some more stuff there. Mighty boots. Nice. Let's get some boots. Here's one of the other cool things. So Guild Wars also has a lot of cosmetics. So if you mouse over an item, you can see that this says the name of the item, the defense unused upgrade slot, because you can socket certain items in, which is really nice. Then skin locked. So whenever I select this, I'll unlock that skin to be able to utilize later if I want to. So that's one of the other cool things, is the cosmetic system is actually really well done here. So if I click that, you can see that this is what they're going to look like. And then if I go to H, so you should be on the equipment pane starting out, but if you click back and go to wardrobe, if you click on any of the items here, so say chest piece, right? So I have this one on. So if I click this, you can see that I have two. So I have the one I started with and then this one. So if I click on the other one, you see how it kind of changes. So it changed to the old one. Not a super big change, but you can see because like some of the leather isn't there. But it costs transmutation charges. So this is how Guild Wars runs. A lot of people love to be able to dress their character how they want, and that's one of the fun things about it. So transmutation charges, though, if you did want to use these are not only tied to your account, so it's not per character, your whole account gets them, but you also get a lot through just gameplay. So you don't really have to worry about that. Then we're going to see, this is, and you can see that I got another one for the chest piece. So now I can actually select a different one, so that if I decide to play as a different profession with a different type of armor, that I actually can have something unlocked for whenever I get transmutation charges to dress them up if I want to. I like to just go straight down the list if I ever find anything excess. But that's just up to you, however you want to do it. These can't be sold though. So that's the only downside that I see with some of it, is that they can't be sold. So Basically anything that can't be sold will not have a gold value or a copper value on it. So I can't sell this, so I'm going to just customize it, just throw it on there just to see. It doesn't have anything, and it doesn't say that it's salvageable, so I just have to break it. If it's not worth anything and I can't sell it, not really worth keeping. We already did our dodge. We're going to come up here. It's so different playing on a brand new account than like your main account, because I'm used to not traveling this slow. I'm used to traveling so much faster. It's actually really funny. But for this heart, we're basically just gonna have to check the bushes, or we can go directly in and go and fight some of the bandits. But normally whenever you search the bushes, you'll find bandits or Moa chicks. And honestly, it's just, I like to search the bushes because you not only get some, you normally get bonuses if you check the bushes, and then so I get a small bonus for checking this, and then if I defeat the bandit I should get another bonus. So we'll see. We do not get another bonus for defeating the bandit. There's no reason in having to do that then. I guess we'll just start wrecking some bandits days, because if you don't check the bushes and you kill bandits you should get more. Yeah, you get a lot more. Just kill the bandits, guys. that's probably the best way to go about that. Just kill the bandits. Ooh, I found sticks of butter. Nice. Sticks of butter are used for crafting, so it's not too terrible. Just straight down the list. Can't sell it. I'm gonna break it. Just trying to keep my inventory good. Like, that's the hardest part with being on a free account, is you're gonna run out of space so fast. I don't recommend spending the money to gain additional stuff until you figure out if it's a game you really want to play. Because Guild Wars is a lot of fun. I feel like it is a very underrated MMO, because there's so much content that you get for absolutely free. That, oh, just so good. And that was an achievement that we got. Very nice. If you right click on them, normally they'll go away and they won't open up your achievement panel. And that also works for chests. It'll automatically loot whatever chest you have without coming up and telling you what you're getting looted from it. But yes, kill the bandits. We're going to get this done, and then we're going to go and grab a vista that is actually inside of this area. But right now, I want to get through all of the bandit stuff. The other thing is, the bags that I'm picking up are actually items that'll increase our heart quest completion. Makes it a lot easier to complete, because we can go turn in these stolen foods, and it'll make the progression just that much faster. I normally get to about 75% before I go and turn them in, but that's if you start out in here getting all of the bags of feed. Don't think there's any more. Okay. A bandit here. I was like, I got shot from over here, and apparently that other guy got the other bandit, so. Always make sure you loot, though. That's another thing that I'm having a hard time with, because I'm so used to not having to loot anything. Because there's a mastery for, I think it's the leader of the pack. So if you press H, you can go to masteries. These will unlock at level 80. I don't know if you'll be able to see them or not once you hit level 80 without having any of the expansions, but maybe. And whenever you see those, the map stuff, I don't know if I click this if it'll actually do that, but we're going to complete this first. So we completed the heart. There we go. So if we click this, a little pop-up basically is saying if you switch maps to a more active map, then you get an experience bonus. So Volunteer's Blessing, movement speed is increased by 15%, so that helps a lot. So I would recommend doing this if you can. Karma gain is increased by 5%, and experience from kills is increased by 10%. So they've added a lot of bonuses. It only lasts for 10 minutes, but it'll help. So I'm moving a lot faster now. These done. Ooh, I can choose a greatsword now. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to customize this bad boy. No, can't customize that. We're just going to equip it. I cannot do it during combat, so I have to get rid of these guys first. Okay, that's cool. Even though I should not have had to have dealt with them coming out of nowhere. Fire! Go. Okay. Mighty chest piece yet again. So let's see, which one do we not have? We do not have this one. So we're going to grab that. And you can see it unlocks. Skin unlocked. Break it because we can't do anything with it. Then we're going to use the greatsword. So the greatsword is a really, really good weapon on basically everybody who can use it. And we are going to just annihilate people with this. I believe that we get a jump. Yes, we get a jump. Leap of Faith. Such a good ability. So this is why I choose the Guardian to play. Because this is just busted. Like, it's so fun to just jump around with the greatsword. Then you can spin around and shoot stuff in all directions, which is kind of funny. Just gonna try to get through here. Oh, look at that. We got some mighty boots. So let's grab these. Break them. Encoded orders. So this is one of those things that's really interesting. You can do additional content by using those, but I don't know if we'll get around to that or not. But basically, we're just gonna try to get through this so that we can go and grab the other, or our first vista, which I would prefer to get this one done because then we don't have to come back in here, unless required to by like the story or something. We won't have to like come back in here and fight our way back through and everything. But it's really nice because I mean, we're level 7 already. We're already having to be scaled down because we're too high of a level. That is just awesome. So this is our first vista right there. It's a map, and once we get there, it's just so good. I absolutely love the vistas. They're probably some of the most interesting things that they've added to an MMO, because a lot of games don't give you like that scenic like cutscenes and stuff. So like whenever you find a vista, view it and just beautiful. Just so awesome. Okay. And yes, as I said, everything basically gives you experience, which is really nice. Vendor, he's only here and he only sells the bandit improvised bomb. I wouldn't worry about getting that. It's not worth it. I'm just here to sell the junk, spider legs and stuff. So got that done. I mean, I guess we could actually just sell everything we don't need. This is a salvageable item, so I think I'm going to keep that, and so is our mace. So we're going to keep those two, but everything else is just gone. The only reason I'm keeping them to salvage them is because we're probably not going to have anything to salvage until we get more content completed. So we're going to come up this way. Efficiency is important, guys. Queensdale is probably like my absolute favorite zone to complete, just because it's such a beautiful zone, but there's a lot of content as well. Hopefully we'll get to a point where we can do some big world bosses and stuff like that, because world bosses are some of my favorite content. Not only is it a lot of fun, but almost always you have so many people just out there doing them, and it is just so cool to see so many people out there. Alright, so we're gonna grab this vista too, since we're already up here, grabbing this point of interest. I mean, look at that. Just the landscapes. This whole game is just beautiful, and it's upsetting that people don't like the graphic style. Absolutely love it. So good. Okay, now we have some stuff to do up here. But before that, I'm going to show you something. As I was telling you, you can't access your main city. Of course you can in the tutorial, but you can see like there's a circle with a line through it. You have to hit level 10, then you can access your main city. And main city exploration is super fun as well. Very, very difficult on like a brand new account, but yeah. So it says you must be level 10 to enter this area. You can open your map by pressing M to travel to other starting zones. Upgrade your account with a Guild Wars 2 expansion to access this area immediately. So if you don't upgrade your account, if you want to stay free to play, or if you can't afford to purchase, that's basically what you have to do is just hit level 10. It's not hard to do. We're almost level 8, and we literally haven't been. But like, let's see, /played, or is it /age? I think it's /age. An hour and 36 minutes, but I did kind of like just leave the character sitting, so we haven't really played for an hour. We probably, but it says, yeah, across all characters, an hour and 33 minutes over the past 0 days. As you can see, it is a brand new account. But we're just gonna run over here and get these 2 heart quests done, and then grab the undiscovered vista up there as well. And I believe that this might have experience for discovery. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if it's already considered discovered or not. Oh, that's another thing. If you go to options and you scroll down, make sure that show all usable object names is active. All player names, turn that off. Party names, you can turn that off, and squad names, you can turn that off. Unless you're going to do a lot of party and squad, you don't really need this on, because you'll be able to see them on your map. Enemy names, NPC names. That's what I would recommend, just because then you can see other NPCs, especially ones that like you might need to discuss, like this down here. Reinforce armor. This is another thing that is really cool. It doesn't cost anything to reinforce your armor, but it increases your armor and your hit points, I believe. Great, fix me up. So yes, so for 12 hours, you get this buff for 12 hours, increases health and defense. And there's always either a person that can do it for you, or there will be an anvil. And if there's an anvil, you just walk up, reinforce armor, done. No cooldown on how long you have to wait before you can use it again. You just can always have it active. And it's nice because 12 hours, I mean, you're not going to be playing 12 hours straight unless you are really enjoying the game. But starting out, make sure that you do that. I didn't even realize that person was there, if I'm being honest. I haven't done the starting stuff in a long, long time. So this heart is kind of cool. This is probably one of my most favorite ones, because you can just run around and just complete the small leaks and get a decent amount of it done. Or you can even fight the earth elementals. Either way works. I like to do a little bit of both, because then you get some items. Ooh, and here's one of the other cool things. So not only is this an item that you can use as an upgrade for your armor and stuff, but it's also considered a material. So you can just save up these malachite pebbles. They give you +3 toughness. Toughness basically just... I'm going to go through here just to verify that we have the correct thing here. So toughness increases your armor. Okay, there you go. So more toughness you have, more armor you have, but it also affects, I believe, don't quote me, but I believe it also affects aggro, because I believe that whoever has the highest toughness is normally the one that ends up getting aggroed the most. I believe that that's something that is utilized for raiding. So awaken elementals. You can awaken an elemental, you can defeat an elemental. 2 for 1. As I said, I like to kind of do a little bit of everything on this one, but I always like to do the leaks. The leaks are because they're just really fast, so it doesn't take you a whole lot of time to do it. And then of course, if you defeat things, then you can also get other things. We have a new helmet. Nice. So I chose the helmet as my starting item for the Guardian instead of like the shoulders. The shoulders actually look cooler though, especially the one that has like the I think it's the Guardian symbol on it. Those are just some of the cool things you can do. I'm gonna go... We're gonna do strong. We're gonna do power and precision. Increase our crit chance. Why not? And then this visionary helmet, of course, is sellable, so we aren't gonna destroy it. The harpy there. I don't know if defeating harpies counts for this, but we're gonna test it out. So if you defeat an enemy, okay, so it did. So anytime you are fighting an enemy, if you're not sure if it's actually affecting it, check this as you're defeating the enemy, and if it moves up, then it does. If it doesn't, then I wouldn't worry about fighting those enemies anymore. Alright, so we're gonna probably just snag this guy, because once we defeat him, because whenever you awaken him, you get some, whenever you defeat him, you get some. Ooh, we get our Aqua Breather. Nice. So the Aqua Breather, in Guild Wars 2, it's kind of funny, because you get an Aqua Breather, which is basically what you use to be able to breathe underwater, but you don't actually need this, you just breathe underwater anyway. They did this basically so that you would have the appearance of it actually being required. It's not required. You don't have to have anything equipped to be able to breathe underwater. It just makes more sense lore-wise if you do. So here's another thing. So Mighty Studded Gloves. If you see that the skin is locked, you can't equip it, right? So how do you get the skin? Well, I can't equip it, so I can't. I'm double clicking. You know, I can't get the skin. If you right click it and click unlock skin, it'll unlock it for you, and you don't have to put it on. For a lot of items, especially like magic items, so you see how this is the iron rifle. If I unlock the skin for that, it should be fine, but normally it'll soulbind an item to you, especially like higher end stuff, so you want to be careful if you're wanting to give it to another one of your characters. Don't do that. But for the most part, anything like low end shouldn't be a big deal. We're going to try to get up a little higher so that we can grab this vista up here. And then we're going to go down and complete the other heart that's down there. So we're going to go up. And the other cool thing about Guild Wars is there's a lot of jumping puzzles and things of that nature. So you get to have a lot of fun just kind of goofing around. It's always super fun to me to be able to do stuff like this. And a lot of them start off fairly simple. That's why I like the starting zones. Let's check this out though. It's just so beautiful. I love it. Alright. And as you know, Guild Wars 2, you normally get like a glider. But because I don't have any expansions, I don't get a glider. So I have to be stupidly careful with stuff. So yeah, so this is what I was talking about. So you can like dive underwater. And if you don't have a weapon equipped, you cannot attack underwater. But if we go here, and I right click and equip this, I'm still able to breathe underwater without one. The important thing that you want to note about the aqua breathers though is whenever you're underwater, this is your helmet armor. So if you don't have a good aqua breather, you're probably going to get beat down. So you want to make sure you have that on just because it gives you additional armor, and as you progress, you'll actually get more stats with it as well. But yeah, not a requirement to be able to swim underwater. That's all I was trying to say with it, but it does replace your head armor when you're underwater. So now we're going to be getting... Oh, apparently I have to be using healing skills that I have not been doing because it's telling me to do that. So I have to use it 3 times. That done. Inspect this. Smack this guy. There we go. Basically, we're just going to check all the traps, and if any of the hatchlings come out, we're just going to attack them. Looks like we have another option here. We already have all of these, so I'm not even going to take it because we can't do anything with them. I'm just going to break that. Do not be afraid to break items that you have no use for, though. Do not be afraid of it. If it is something you're unsure of, check the wiki. Normally the wiki has a lot of really good information about it because there's just so many items I really don't... I don't think that there's even a possible way of saying this is important, this isn't. You know, there's just so many items. There's no way to really signify if anything is super important or not. It really just depends on the item. But I would recommend if you're not sure if you want to get rid of an item, check the wiki. Normally that's really, really good about telling you if there's any use for it and stuff like that. Okay, so we got that done. And as I said, if you right click it, it'll go away. If you left click it, it'll pop up and tell you some additional lore and stuff. It's really cool. Alright, now we have basically this whole area complete except for a couple of things that we're not going to be doing just yet. That's actually going to be coming later. So we're going to come over here to the garrison. And we're going to run outside the front here and we're going to talk to the scout. And once we talk to the scout, we should be able to continue on after that.
Shaymore Garrison is all that stops the Centaur War from reaching Divinity's reach. We Seraph bleed and sweat every day to keep it that way. But the constant combat takes its toll. We're exhausted. At any moment, the Centaurs could gain the upper hand. Please, help us fight them.
Alright. So basically, even though the heart is here, this heart actually extends all the way out here. So, but before we do that, we're going to run up here and we're going to go grab this other vista. Which is right here. Alright. Gonna hop down. Thankfully we didn't fall on our faces. That would have been bad. My favorite thing to do whenever I am running around this area for the centaurs is keep an eye on your minimap. And if you see anything that's like a skull and crossbones, like in a black circle, the skull and crossbones should be white. That normally is like a downed seraph. So seraph soldiers, whenever they're fighting and stuff, whenever they drop down, that's what it'll show, and you can go and revive them. And it's the same way that you would revive another player. You would just run up to them, and then you would just press your interact key, whether that be E, F, whatever you set it to. Just a thing that I like to do, just because I think that it's really cool to be able to revive NPCs, and then they go and do things that they need to do. Okay. Inventory management, guys. It's important. Okay, so this can be salvaged. Mighty boots. Did we already get all the boots? No, we need the rogue one. The ragamuffin. Grab that. Break that. Gloves. Do we need... We need the ragamuffin gloves. There we go. Saplings are to get wood. Don't have any tools yet, so... You go to your hero, your character, you have the foraging, logging, and the mining tool slots right here. I don't remember what level you get them. I want to say it's like level 10, but everybody can gather. There's no restrictions on gathering. It's not like a lot of other games where you have to choose if you want to be able to mine or gather a specific thing. Like World of Warcraft and like Lord of the Rings Online, those games. You can... Oh, I just got them. Okay, cool. I'm glad I was talking about it. Didn't know you could actually have skins for these, though. That's kind of cool. So whenever you equip them, now they're there, we can actually go to the nodes. So that's the cool thing about the map, is that you can see them on the map. So like the sapling, I now can chop it down. Remember though that you have so many uses on these items. That's why if you are going to make purchases from like the gem store for the gathering items, always make sure that they are that they have certain things attached to them. Like don't just get the basic ones unless that's all you can afford. If that's all you can afford, then do that, because that's what I did. I actually bought them the basic unlimited crafting or gathering tools because there weren't any other ones yet, so I just have like the basic ones. And I'm gonna say right now, they're super helpful, especially if you're one of those people that only ever plays like one character. If you're one of those people that literally only plays one character, you really get into it, or you play all the classes and you like this one the most and you only play that one, definitely get any of them. It doesn't matter at that point. As long as they're unlimited, it really does not matter. But yes, those are some of the big tools, or the unlimited gathering tools. Very good quality of life. Not the most payment-friendly one, but you know, they do get a little pricey, but they're very much so worth it. I'd recommend either that, or I think you can make salvaging tool, or not salvaging tools. I know you can make salvaging kits, but I want to say that you can make gathering tools that last longer, but I can't remember if it was, I can't remember if it's, I want to say it's the Mystic Forge. I can't remember. We'll get more into a lot of that other stuff later. As you can see, other people also have mounts. On the free version, you should get a, I think it's like a so many hour trial to use the mounts, which is still kind of convenient because you can test it out and see if you like it. And if you like it, then, you know, that's one of the ways that they pull you in to purchase some of the expansion content, which I'm going to be honest with you, the mounts are probably worth getting the expansion just because they're so nice. Very convenient. This person is freaking out. Guys, come on. Other people need stuff too. Holy crap. Almost done. Almost got the heart done. Pow, pow. Ooh, trash collector. Nice. There we go. Should just need one more. I don't know if this counts for it. Oh, this is a that's a completely different heart here. That's funny. That other heart is over here, which we will have to get to at some point. Because the script we just defeated counted for it. That's really funny. Honestly, I'm not even too worried about getting another centaur killed because other people are going towards it. I'm just going to grab these trinkets because the trinkets actually count towards it. There you go. Got that. And then we don't need... Oh, didn't even leave the trinkets in our inventory. That's nice. Alright, now... There is a little town here, and then there is something over here. So I think we're going to run over here first, because there is also another waypoint over this way. So we can kind of kill two birds with one stone, grabbing our scout and then grabbing some additional stuff as well. That bear tried to attack me. How rude. What? Okay, that Scrit wants a taste of some steel, I think. Gonna just try to get over here to him.
This area supplies a lot of the materials for Divinity's Reach and Beetleton alike. There are many threats to the workers, and any damage to them or their livelihoods could impact the entire region. We could use some help to keep things running smoothly.
Not too shabby. So we got our scouting completed. Oh yeah, we have to use our healing skill. Oh boy, I keep forgetting about that. Wasp's nest. Big old wasp come out. Basically just trying to kill the heart while we're going over here to the waypoint. Just trying to get a few things done. Normally, if the Scrit event is active, it is super fast to get this done. That's normally like the best way to do it is whenever the Scrit event's active, because Scrit spawn really fast. So we're gonna grab this, and we're basically just gonna kill some wasps. That's all we're gonna do. I don't know if we talk to him. If look at that, cool, Banshee. I don't think the event is still active, but it might be. That's kind of odd, but the Nash Bash event is the one I'm referring to. Just in case anybody was interested in what that script was doing there. That's for one of the events. I don't know if it's still active or if it's gone, but should still be able to get the stuff completed if it's still there, so it's kind of a bonus. So it says gather wooden planks. Do I bring this to this person? I don't really know. I've never done this. I've always liked to wait until the event's active to get it done faster. Oh, found this one in the forest. Okay, cool. So basically, if you find any wood lying around, you can bring it over to her. I'm just gonna, as I said, complete the wasps. just because I feel like the wasp is pretty convenient because you can smash the nest and then kill the wasp. I don't know if boars do anything. Topple scrit shiny things. If you go into this little cave here, there's scrit shiny things. And if we dismantle those, then we will get more of that completed as well. So we're just going to run through here. Button mushrooms. That is a harvesting node. Anything that's plant is harvesting. You'll use one from your sickle. The downside with mining nodes and tree nodes is they use a lot more. So whenever you look at this, so with a tree, I got, I used 3 for the tree, 3 for the mining, and only 1 for the copper sickle, because harvesting plants only takes 1, where you hit trees and mines 3 times. Unless it is a rich mine, or a rich mine. I don't know if they're rich trees. I think that they're maybe heavy trees or something. But yeah, anytime you do a sapling or a mining node, they use 3. So basically I'm just wasting a whole bunch of my stuff here, which is fine, because I mean they're free tools, so I'm not really worried about it. Utilize as much as you can, get as many resources as you can, because this game's crafting system is very involved. So you want to make sure that you're getting as many things as you can. And of course, if you're not going to be purchasing anything, if you're just going to play it for free, like this account is going to be, you want to make sure you deposit all your materials. And as soon as you can't get any more materials, basically, that's going to be when you're going to want to start crafting. I'm a big advocate of whatever you can gather is what the profession you want to go with. I'd recommend if you want to do blacksmithing.
How do you do?
I think there's armor smithing, and there's let me see actually. So crafting, so there's armor smithing and weapon smithing. So mining is going to be your best friend for those two, but I believe that you're also going to need some stuff from leatherworking and huntsman for those. But that's fine. Handiworker is not one that's actually active. That is just a permanently always active one, just so you guys are, if you guys are concerned, because you can have 2 active crafting disciplines per character. I believe you can have up to 4, but you have to swap them out. There might not be a limit anymore. I can't remember though. I can't believe I keep doing that. I keep hitting 4 instead of 3. So funny. I think once we get this heart done is whenever we will end this video. Not that I don't enjoy playing through this, but I also do kind of want to keep the videos smaller so that they're more tidbits instead of like super long. Because I don't want you guys to have to sit there and, you know, if you want to watch videos, then that's cool. But I don't want you to have to sit there and not be able to finish a video like on your lunch break. So this one's already gone almost 40 minutes, so nice. So since we just hit level 10, and since we hit level 10, we can actually do our story mission now. So if you press H and you click the star, the story journal, so now we can start doing our story. So your story, I believe the last part of like your personal story is at level 30, and then it goes into the actual story of the rest of the game. So yeah, so we have this. This is basically just mail that you get from characters in game, which is really cool. It really helps the immersion. And we now can go and do our story quest, and now we can also enter Divinity's Reach. So I guess the next video that we do will actually be in Divinity's Reach, which will be really, really cool. So we hit level 10, Raptor Mount unlocked. So here's the thing. If you do not click this right here, when you see this hourglass, if you do not click this, you do not get the mount. Other cool thing is if you do not click this, the mount timer doesn't start either. I don't know if it works if you log out. So if we log out, just go to character select real fast, then we log back in. I don't know if it'll automatically use it or not, but I don't think it does. So yeah, so it will not use it until you click on it. So if you want to save your mount until you hit level 80, I guess you could do that unless something caused it to be active. But But since I don't really want to use a mount, I'm going to click it so that I automatically have it unlocked. For the next 10 hours of gameplay, you can explore Tyria with the help of your trial mount. So, there you go. I am not planning on using it, so I'm not going to use it. I'm actually going to go into options. Go down here. Mount is where... it says it's under X. Mount, dismount. So this is just going to be unbind, accept, bind, accept, unbind, accept. And now my 10-hour trial has started. This is only whenever you're actually in the game. But I'm going to basically let this run out because I don't want that. I do not want a mount, and you cannot unselect it. That's the problem. But I'm not going to use it because I do not want to deal with it. But we will be going into Divinity's Reach in the next video, so hopefully you guys had some fun. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, do put it down in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!